Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. We're here for day number 9 of Junk Journal Round Robin. I'm super excited. I'm trying to remember who sent me what. I put them all in the same basket together, so I have no real idea, but I suspect this is Mary Ellen and this is Shell. I'm pretty sure. So let's get into this. Oh, it's a board. What a cutie. Okay. This is fluffy. Fluffy Fluzzy. Okay. That's cute, actually. Very sweet lace. And it's got like a little bit of tawdiness to it, a little bit of a stretch. Very cute. I also quite like it with the color of that bird, to be honest. We'll just set that aside, though. And then there's this great big envelope. I didn't even peek into it, believe it or not. I did not peek. Okay. So, let's see here, friends. I think this is going to be, this has to be Shell. This is going to be bodies. Bodies. Oh, there's so much of this cool paper. It's got a rib cage and some bones, arm bones. Yeah, there's a few different pieces of this. This is really neat. Oh, that's cool too. So we've got, you know, the pelvis and spine and some rib cage. Okay. I think this is like cool, like wrapping paper maybe? Really nice. Thanks for sending this to me. This is cool. And then we've got the big blown up rib cage. Beautiful. Very cool. Okay. Let's think what we would want to do with such cool stuff. Let me think. Okay. I really like the ribs. I probably won't use all of this today because like it's a lot of stuff to use. And I really like this. And I need to think like what would be kind of cool. I might get like do like some kind of an interesting Grey's Anatomy type like thing. I think I'll use this gray piece. So yeah, let's go with this piece. I'm going to keep these. These are just going to go into my stash. I can't use all of them today, but like I'm going to obviously use one of them. So I'll set that aside. And I'm going to grab, I have a Grey's Anatomy book. Give me one sec. Okay, so I have this Grey's Anatomy book and like I've actually used quite a lot of stuff out in it. But it's got a lot of different kind of interesting diagrams. I mean, I'm getting low on them. I probably could stand to pick up another Grey's Anatomy book because they're very cool. So now I just kind of need like a base of something, right, to make. Now, I've had this laying around on my floor here right beside my desk. It fell out of my scrap bin. It was like a box from this Make Your Mark set of stencils, and I've been thinking like it would be nice to use it for something, to cut it apart and use the various pieces. And yeah, I might go ahead and like use this as my base for some interesting stuff. So I think I will go ahead and just kind of cut this apart. Now, I might not use like all of it, we'll see. But I do think like we can create some cool themed pieces for like a spookier or anatomy kind of journal. I've been trying to think of a new theme. I want to like make a new digital kit. So I'm going to try to think of like a romantic and spooky kind of theme, maybe. Like I need to think about that a little bit. And this could help me get some inspiration. Okay. And then this, I think I will get the chopper here. That will just make my life a little easier to not have to cut that all manually. and it gets something up off my floor. Excuse me. I'm still kind of battling this little cold. It's really going away now though. It decided yesterday it would make me feel super miserable, but it would also be done with me. So I think we are on the recovery path. Woohoo! Okay. So now we got some nice like base pieces, and a couple of these are really just kind of cool on their own, and I might just do something with them as like covers or something. So these ones I might not use for this because I think I love the yellow on them. So they're going to go in the Tuesday 10 bin for the future. But this stuff, let's do some fun sort of body horror or whatever we're gonna do here. I gotta cut that because it's a little weakened from my ripping away at things. But those are some shapes. And I might even use some like Tim Holtz Halloween kind of stuff too. I'll make some kind of like good scrappy collage-y pieces. So I think what I'm going to do actually, before I go too much further, I need to bring this down in size because it's kind of hard to manage. So I'm just going to cut a little off here. Because the kind of cool thing with this is, you know, you've got some nice patterns, and then you've got some of it that's also quite plain, which will be nice for backing, right? So let's cut this into sort of logical bits right on the lines, so it becomes a bunch of smaller pieces. And obviously, this would also just be great as journal pages, this paper. It's really nice. I like it a lot. Okay. Yeah, and that is pretty cool and very manageable. Where did I put? Oh, I gotta grab one thing. Hold on. I'm not gonna put you on hold. Just stay here with me. This is poses. I think I want Halloween though. It's here. Yeah, Halloween. Poses. No, I don't want poses. Okay. Oops. My little notepad fell here. Okay, get that out of the way. Okay, so I think these both want to be like tags, and these want to be pockets. They're a little big though. I think I will probably trim them just a bit from their... Actually, why don't we do 4? I like the shape of that cut in half. And you know, we have a lot of this paper, so we can just kind of go a little wild with this. Okay, let's get to gluing. So this is good for backing and more backing. And more backing, but we're not going to need all that for backing, but we'll set it over there because I think I first just want to create some really fun images for the tags. Now, can I repair this first here? I need a little... Where'd my masking tape go? Oof. Possibly my daughter took my masking tape. Let's see. Yeah, it is not in its normal location. Okay, that's okay. We don't need it, but I'll just get to gluing here. Okay. Because we're going to be covering both sides of this, so I don't need to really stress too much. I think this one, like so. And then this one, I want to put the other tag down on the spine here. And you know what I end up doing as a theme here, I might let this inspire me to kind of work on that spookier kit that I want to make and think about some themes. I'll probably do a brainstorm in my journal and just brainstorm some spooky romantic kind of theme ideas, and then I'll start doing some mock-up illustrations and looking at design assets that I might want to use for this. And then, you know, I'll have the rest of these paper pages handy, so I'll be able to use them in the journal if I create a journal in this kind of theme, which might be fun. So let's just get these all glued down. Pocket one. And two. Three. And four. Okay, so everything has been covered on front. I'm just going to trim all the paper, the extra paper off. And I'll keep the sort of geometric scraps of this, like this stuff. It's really good for making collage boards. So I'll throw it in my scraps. The rest will go into recycling that I don't use, like these, you know, weird shapes that I don't save everything. Okay, that there. Save that. So today was a relatively nice day. We've had kind of bipolar weather lately. It's been a little all over the place, but that's kind of typical here. March and April are kind of, you know, these Groundhog Day kind of funny months where you don't really know what might happen, what kind of season you're going to have. So you just got to kind of embrace for everything. We had a wild, bizarre snowstorm for 48 hours, and then it was like, it was warm enough for me to go out and wearing a dress with no leggings. That was fun. I also, this week, I went to see, we got an early screening of the Minecraft movie. And I went to see that with my daughter, and it was honestly so hilarious. I did not expect it to be so hilarious, but the combination of like Jack Black, who I will admit does not always make me happy as a human. He can be kind of a crummy human at times. He's got some opinions I don't agree with. And the combo of him and Jason Momoa, oh my gosh, they were so funny. And also the girl, Emma, I forget her last name, but she was in the Netflix Wednesday series, which I really enjoyed, by the way. That was a really fun series. She was in it, and then another actress that I haven't seen before, who was so funny. She was super funny. They did such a great job, all of them. The dynamic was so funny with all of them, and like seeing the Minecraft characters that, like, you know, I've seen my daughter play Minecraft and her dad plays it with her, and just because Minecraft is like not my kind of game. I've tried to play it, but I find it like very boring. It's like a building kind of game, and I don't know, it doesn't move fast enough for me. I can't spend long amounts of time in games just kind of doing the same thing. And also any game that requires me to manage an inventory of things where I need to like know what all these things are. Like you have a, you know, a bag of something here, and then you've got an inventory of this and that, and they all have different abilities. I can't, like, it's just not, my brain can't capacitate that kind of thing. I never play games like that. It's just not my thing. I am but a simple cave girl when it comes to gaming. So he's played it with her though, because we like to be involved. Like we have some pretty strong opinions about gaming, and like we grew up with it, we love it, but we also see how it's changed a little bit nowadays than what gaming used to be, and how you've got to pay attention to the subculture and, you know, any potential for chatting and messaging and those kind of things. So if our kids play it, we play it. Like we're very engaged that way. We don't want to be in the dark. You know, you got to stay up on technology if you have kids, because you don't want them advancing to a level that you're just simply not able to understand, right? You got to be there with them. So he plays with them, so I'm familiar with, you know, the different things, like the characters that are called things like villagers and golems and stuff. Like I know of them. I don't know a lot about them, but I know of them. Oopsie, I shouldn't have cut that. Oh no, I could still cut it from this side. So she had fun, I had fun. We got a bubble tea and we went to the movie, had some popcorn, and got the AVX or whatever seats at Cineplex. They're like the rumbling kind of special seats, and we like to go to this one theater that has, there's lots of them now, but they have like reclining chairs, and like it's just a very nice like movie experience. And it was great because I think the movie was only supposed to come out April 4th, but we saw it April 3rd. Like in an advanced screening, and they didn't announce it, so I think that's why it wasn't so busy. Like there were people there, but I think on opening night, like officially, it's going to be a lot busier, so it was kind of a bonus to get to do that. Okay, so we've covered the back and the front and the pockets, so now we just get to have some fun with some like Halloween Tim Holtz kind of characters and things, and then we'll play with this lace and put some of that on there too. I need to drink some water. Okay. Oh, that's such a pretty flower. I keep seeing it, but I can never manage to use it. I don't know what's going on with it, but I don't know. Maybe it could work on a pocket. Seems a little big though, but I mean, it could be quite a nice like way to edge that pocket. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that so you can't even really see it. There's so many things. Maybe I should work on the pockets first so that you can see what I'm doing. Go figure. That's important, right? All right, let me take all the bits out of here so I can get kind of an idea of what I've got here. This is not a full pack, it's a partial pack, but I've still got a lot in here. This I won't need for this. Just gonna put it in with my other Tim Holtz cards. This kid's leaning on something. She's like holding something. A lot of these people kind of look like they need to be holding brooms or something. Okay, I love them. Yeah, they're pretty awesome. They can go on there. Okay, little boys and a dog. Another lovely flower. Could also go there. It would be nice and share the theme. It's the number 1, probably from a 31. I think I used the 3 though, because that's what I do. These guys are sitting. Oh, she's so cute. Or he, I guess. Oh my goodness, so cute. We could make this a spooky little one too. Could be a spooky little one. Maybe even I mean, it would be cute on there, but I think, I don't know. I don't want to like, it might be too little for on there. I do like that. Maybe I'll do this instead. And then these guys could go over. No. Let's pass on them. They're cute, but not right. We need, these folks are cute. And they're bigger, so they could go on there. Maybe. Oof, I like them too. So hard, these decisions. That would be really nice on there with the flower, yeah. He's holding something. Smaller flower. There's the 3. More bat wings. There's also this arch, but I don't think that arch is right. Oh, I like her. She could become a facet of this tag. I don't know if I want them on there. They may not be right. I might prefer like this kind of haunted bride. Maybe with or without wings. I don't know. Oh, and there's also that scary lady, the scary Tim Holtz lady. Whew. Maybe she would be good. What is on her head in this particular usage? Find like a cutout of a bat or something, like a whole bat. That would be kind of interesting. But what else do we need here? So this needs somebody, something. Perhaps this little girl. We could just get rid of her arm that looks like it's holding something. Okay, I think I'm going to just go with the pieces I've chosen, you know. We make our bed, we shall not lie upon it. Let's put these away, so I don't give myself so many options that I just keep kind of wrangling through them all. You gotta make some decisions, right? So that's that. Now, I think I need a few other things for some of these, and I need to decide what that would be. She needs something, like, I think, on her head. Where is that book that I was cutting up of? That. I had a book of like animals I was cutting up. I'm just gonna take 2 seconds. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I did not find the bat that I was thinking about, but I did find this little like coyote type guy. And then I remembered I've got this, the Grey's Anatomy book. I want to use that too. So let's go ahead and we'll assemble the ones that like I think I have enough going on. So these 3 maybe are those. So let's kind of get to gluing a little bit of this down. We'll start here with this little bear. So cute. I mean, scary, right? He's scary. He's so cute. Okay. So yeah, like there was a musical element to the Minecraft movie that was really fun, you know, typical Jack Black's like crazy rock, like, type music that he likes to make. And there was a real 80s feel to Jason Momoa's look, and he was just this lovable loser and very funny. And like there was some really talented kids, like, in the film The Girl from Wednesday, and then I think probably one of his first movies or something, the young boy in the film. He was really funny and intelligent, and I kind of liked the character arc that they created for him. And yeah, there was just a lot of good dynamics between the actors, and fun music. And I also one of the things that I personally find fun and cool about Minecraft is all of the animals. Like, I love the bee, the like square bees, and I love the alpacas and the sheep. They just make me laugh. It's so funny to see all these animals that are square, and they have pandas, and it's just really cute. I remember when my daughter was like little, she's probably like 3, and she was playing kind of this light version of Minecraft, but it wasn't like the full version. It was kind of like a open version that all you would really do is like build simple little houses and things. And I remember she built this little house, and she filled it completely with cows and I want to say wolves. And it was just like, it was entirely crowded with cows and wolves. And I was like killing myself laughing, because she was just like, Mama, look what I made. And like, look at my house. And, these are my pets. And she's just having the best time playing this. It was too sweet. All right, let's put this coyote here. So she's patting this coyote friend. I don't know that this is actually a coyote, but he's going to be a coyote for today. So where I live, people have a delirious fear of coyotes. Like, I don't know what's wrong with people these days that they don't really understand. But like, wildlife lives everywhere you live. Even things like rats, like mice, like I see so many comments in like different, especially Facebook groups, but just generally online, people will say like, what is this town coming to? Like, it's trust me, it's not a crime syndicate that's going on or anything, guys. It's just a regular old coyote, and they exist everywhere, and they exist in daylight and in, more inhabited places when you take away their habitat. I want a couple bits of something little that I can collage on with him. So I'm just looking here in my Grey's Anatomy for a smaller diagram. There's a few that I've seen already, but I'm just going to take a quick little gander here. Oh, stuffy nose. I'm sorry if I sound so nasal. It's just, we gotta recover, I gotta get back to it. But I have like a very busy weekend ahead of me, so hopefully I sort myself out. Okay, those are little, but they're kind of weird. Not good weird, weird. I might just go with what I have already seen. Yeah, I think I will. Okay. Yeah, these nasal bones and things, maxillary bone. There we go. Yeah, that'll be cool there. That one's too big. Maybe one of these guys. Then it's gotta be another little one. Too complicated. Okay, maybe there won't be another little, oh, I think I just saw one, hold on. Yep, okay. Let's get this page. Oof. This book is so heavy. Or I'm just a big baby, one of the two. I don't know. Organs of voice and respiration. I think I already pulled all the naughty bits out of here, but if not, and you're specifically offended by all of the naughty bits that exist in the human body, be aware. There may be very anatomical, spicy anatomy images here. Are not really all that spicy. But for those of you with delicate dispositions, you know. Okay, there we go. That's what I want. Just like one more. You need like the trifecta. Now we need the glue. This one I'm going to call done. That can sit up there. We don't need to keep harping on that one. There. It's been a while since I worked on any of your darker, spookier kind of themes. I just follow where the rainbow takes me most days. Okay, that one's good. Then, were those all the ones that I said were, oh no, we have this one that I said was pretty close to done-ish. Yeah, so I want that to be like that. So we gotta glue that up. And get all these little delicate edges here. The fun of gluing all these little bits. Oops. Okay. Get that back onto the pocket. Like that. And then I know there was going to be extra glue here that I wouldn't need, but that's okay. I'm thinking about actually maybe with this one, yeah, I'm going to stitch on the back of this with this as well, or possibly glue it, you know, because now that I think about it, I'm not going to want to put stitching on top of that flower. It will kind of ruin things if I do that. So let's just use the 3-in-1. Okay. And then grab our super fun lace here. And I'll just cut a little extra here. Whoops. There we go. Probably a little more glue just down here. I didn't put any on that bottom area. I didn't know if I was going to go all the way down, but I am. Put the lid on that so it doesn't get all yucky. There we go. I'll just kind of give it a little pinch for a second here. This glue's pretty good. It dries pretty quickly. Okay, sorry, I had to take a quick little break. And it's a little bit darker in here, so I've zoomed in a little bit because my daughter's down here watching a movie and she likes to have it a little darker when she's watching movies. So let's just glue these people down. That's probably enough glue because we're going to have kind of partial. Yeah. And I like that with the lace behind. It's pretty fun. And we'll just cut off their legs. That's better. So that's that one. Then, I was saying with this one, what I wanted to do was like have something, because she's got this thing on top of her head and I feel like it would be kind of cool to have like body parts or something, like these Grey's Anatomy cutouts that she's kind of precariously balancing on her head. And I don't want to block the whole spine, so I'm going to try to make it a little, cut it a little bit so that it doesn't. So maybe like this. Cut that in half. Excuse me. Okay. And then maybe like so. Yeah, that's like a little precariously balancing. It's kind of fun. I sort of want to put like a little creature in here. Like, I don't know, like a crow would be awesome. A little cutout of a crow. I think there is. I have like a little Tim Holtz like stickery book. Let me see if I can find that. Not those. I have this, but I think it's cutesy. It does have a crow. Sorry, I'm not even showing you what I'm looking at here. This is a Minte book. There are bats. That crow's a little big. There's a spider. But these are mostly kind of cutesier Halloween. Yeah, hold on. I've got this one. This is Halloween 2024. Yeah, there's crows in there. Just gotta find one. This one right here. Haha. Yes. Yep, okay. It's all coming together, my friends. I'm gonna figure this out. Okay. So put her on here. Do our precarious balancing act, and I did move her over a little bit so I would have a little more flexibility and room to not lose that image. That one kind of teeter like that. Then our crow. Right there. Okay. And then I'll cut a piece of this because we'll stitch that up here. And that will be really fun. I just need my, let's move these out of the way. Ink, where is it? Oh, here it is. Oh, there's that book I was looking for. Now that we're like sorted out mostly. You always find things when you're no longer looking. I've been looking for a big, certain kind of mug that I like to drink from because my old second cup mug that I loved just recently cracked. So I had to get rid of it. I was so sad, but I've been trying to find the perfect replacement for it, and I'm real picky about kind of mug that I like, and I have not been able to find one, and my husband's like, stop looking. As soon as you stop looking, you're going to find it. But I did find a lovely teacup today while I was out thrifting a little. Okay, so that'll go in the stitchy pile. We have a couple things we need to finish still. Okay, so these are done. Done. It's just this last tag and pocket, right? That should be all we have left. Yeah, nothing too major. Now this one, I really like there. I might keep like these two. Well, not simple, but I'm going to keep this one simple. Thinking about what to collage with her. Him, I kind of just like that, you know, it's like on its own, it's just cool. I'll probably stitch around it though. Actually, I might not, I might just ink it. Let's focus this last bit of her, And I think I'll use some of this, and I've also got some black ribbon. I might use a bit of that too with this up here when I stitch. Yeah, that'll be nice. And then we need something else behind her to kind of make this interesting. Maybe I'll look in this again. I don't want to cover all of it up or anything. I want to be that could be cute. A memorandum. And maybe this poison. Yeah, like she's having a memory. That's kind of creepy. That's cool. Okay. So let's glue this on. And then we'll glue her on. Used any of these paper dolls in quite a while, so I'm glad I'm using them. Alright, so stitching is what's left. Let me do my stitching and I'll show everything to you. Alrighty, so the stitching is done. Here's the whole group of fun bits that we made, and you know, I think this will go really good in a journal that has this kind of a dark romantic kind of theme. It's kind of giving me an idea that I'm going to write down for a digital kit I might start working on. So I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer and then I'll kind of show you each one. So here's this tag. Her precarious bones and her bird. And there's this one. Very fun. These ones I didn't stitch. I just, you know, inked around these pockets. And I really like how they turned out. I think it's a very fun little collection of bits. So we got to put a little glue here. We got a little flippy floppy going on. So it was nice to use up that little book box kind of thing and come out with these really fun pieces that I'll be able to incorporate into a fun journal that I'm thinking about. Yeah, so thank you for joining me today. I think this was a fun one, and I will look forward to tomorrow and getting back to Junk Journal Round Robin. Don't forget to check out my friends, Mary Ellen and Shell, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.